What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Scoop and Score of Football Network. I got all the fellas with me in the building today. I'm Hefe, I got Alpha, I got BBB, but surprise guest out of nowhere on the show today, none other than Slam the Bookie. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How you boys doing?
Man, it is good
Happy
to
to be
have you.
here.
Yep, you're going to need to fix that mic, sir.
Already, typical Alpha, 1 minute into the show, fixing the mic. You know how we do it here, fellas.
How we
Never
sounding?
miss an
How we
episode. At this
sounding?
point, it's good. At this point, it's a good luck charm when your mic is not working to start the
We
show.
only win. We only win when the mic goes to Fritz. We're on the right path, gentlemen. Excited
Let's
for this
give a
week.
shout out to our friends over at SoBet. You guys already know we post a lot of our player props on there, so keep on looking out for that. But this show is about the games and the players, I guess. We're gonna go through a bunch of games today, starting off with tonight's game. So let's get right into it, fellas. It's Thursday. We got football tonight, and it's a Saints versus Cardinals matchup that I would think we're all the same thinking here. Both these teams we expected to be better than they are at this point of the season. With the Cardinals, it's what is Kyler? Where are they going? With the Saints, it's kind of like a mixed bag of injuries that has got them here. But neither of these teams have been crushing it. It's a 2.5 line in favor of the home team, Arizona. Alpha, we'll start it off with you this week, man. What do you see out of tonight's Thursday night football game?
A lot of storylines coming into this one. Who's going to show up? What teams are going to show up? And which players are going to perform? I know I've been a huge primetime under backer. Tonight's total is 43.5. We've been cashing almost every primetime under. Not tonight. We're taking the over 43.5. This is a game we're going to see points. This Saints team finds a way to put points on the board. Their defense lets up points as well. I think this soars over the 43.5. Surprising pick for me, but I do love the over 43.5. BBB, what are you thinking?
Yeah, we got lots of injuries in this one, but I think the most important injuries are going to be this Cardinals offensive line. I think that's going to really hinder this Cardinals offense, hinder Kyler Murray. And we've seen Kingsbury as a favorite. He does not do well. He's 8-15 against the spread as a favorite, and he's 1-7 against the spread when that is a 3-point favorite or less. So when it's these tight games and he's a favorite, they don't find ways to win these. And they've been awful at home as well. Their home to road splits are completely backwards. And it's just completely crazy how bad they are at home. So I'm rocking with the Saints. I'm taking the points. I think this should be probably a pick 'em. And you're giving me plus 2.5. I think the Saints can win this one outright, but I'll take the points on it.
Yeah, man. BBB, I'm with you there. I like the Saints getting the points here. I'm buying the hook up, getting +3. I had the Saints last week. That was a brutal beat for me. One missed tackle, and they blew the cover. So, but I think that the Saints defensively will step up here against the Cardinals, and Kyler Murray's been struggling this season, man. And Brown is out for him. I know Hopkins is back, but I trust
Thank
the
God
Saints.
you said it, Slam. I couldn't imagine bringing all the way back to me with that.
I know.
Mentioning DeAndre Hopkins is back.
Yeah. So I mean, I think the Saints defense gets it done tonight. So, and
Kyler
I trust
gets his security back. That's Kyler's security.
Yeah, 100%, and I think that's why. Sorry, I'll take it from here. I'm right there with you, man. UMBV. I'm taking the Saints +3 and buying up the hook. I know that a lot of people are on the Cardinals because of this added DeAndre Hopkins. He's back. He's Kyler's Robin to Kyler's Batman. Blah 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 blah. I'm sorry, something's not working out there. And I'm not crazy about the Cardinals. I know the Saints have tons of injuries tonight. No Michael Thomas, no Jarvis Landry, no Marcus Lattimore on the defense. But I'm rolling with the Saints +3 here, guys.
All right, let's keep it rolling. What do we got next?
All right, guys, what do we got? Giants and the Jaguars. I'm going to start this one off. Look, the Giants are 5-1. The Jaguars are – what are the Jaguars? Are they 2-4? I believe they are
2-4.
Yes, I think 2-4.
And they are the home favorite here, -3, which in football terms basically means that the odds makers see these two teams as even, which in the life of me, I don't understand who's looking at this. And me and Alpha have been talking about this all week since the line came out on Monday. This line stinks. This line stinks so freaking bad. My heart wants me to take the Giants on the money line, and the analytics, the numbers, anything that you say about line movement, line numbers says that it's a Jags play. And I will tell you right now, I can't take the Jags. I lean with the Giants +3, but this is a game that the line is too fishy to take for me personally. Alpha, how do you feel about our team here?
The line makes no sense. I mean, the Giants have been one of the best teams in football, evident by their 5-1 record. They've been just getting it done. It doesn't matter how they get it done. Every week they've been getting it done. And the Giants are only one of 3 teams that are still undefeated on the road. We are 2-0 on the road this year. And it's not like the Jags are great at home. They're 1-1 at home. I'm taking the Giants on the money line. I know we've been talking about it. The line doesn't make sense. But by the eye test, the Giants are the better football team. They've been good on the road, and they close games in the second half, which a lot of teams have not been doing. Giants, money line, plus 140.
Before you get into BB, I just don't understand. This is a team that just came back and won against Aaron Rodgers, came back and won versus Lamar Jackson, and now we are a dog to Trevor Lawrence. No offense to him, but come on. Like, this makes no sense. I'm curious to see what a non-Giants fan thinks of this. BBB, what do you got?
Yeah, so I think the main reason the line is like this is because the Jaguars' rush defense. They have the number 2 DVOA of a rush defense, and I think that the bookmakers are expecting them to be able to shut down Saquon. And the key to beating this Giants team is to shut down Saquon, because the Giants, when they can get Saquon going, they get the play action going. So I think that's why this line is here. I think when, a lot of the casual sports bettors are going to see they get the 5-1 Giants against the 2-4 Jaguars. They remember the Jaguars of the past, and they're going to want to, slam the Giants. We're seeing that early. If I can get this line into 2.5, I'm okay with taking the Jags. So I'm either buying it down to 2.5 right now, or I'm waiting to see if the public can move this line back down. I think this should be about a pick 'em on this one, but I also know that the luck ratings, if you guys have looked into any of those, the Giants are at the top of that right now. They've had some fortunate luck, and I know that's probably going to aggravate some of the Giants fans.
You did not just say the luck rating.
You create your own luck. When you do it every week, you create your own luck. If it's a one-off, it's a lucky jump.
I thought Andrew Luck had a new podcast
that
and
are
that was
not
the name of
caused
it.
by your team. So if a team buffs a punt, you weren't like, man, we are such good punt coverage that we made that guy just absolutely muff the punt. It's things like that. But you know what I mean? So I lean the Jaguars, but it's a fishy line. It's a weird game. I do think the Giants are a good team this year, and it really will all come down to if the Jaguars' run defense that's been phenomenal this year can stop Saquon. But that's no easy task, as we've seen. So lean the Giants, minus 2.5. I'm taking. Hopefully this line moves back a little bit.
Yeah, man. BBB some great points, and Hefe as well. Giants, 5-1 against the spread this year. One of the better against the spread teams, and this one's tough. I like the Jags run defense, ranked 3rd in the league. If they can stop Saquon, they can make the Giants one-dimensional, having Daniel Jones have to throw the ball. I think that's why the line is the way it is. Honestly, I think I would tease the Jags line down to a money line or a plus money. I don't know if they will cover, but I think the Jags will win. But if I had to pick, I like the Giants plus the 3.
You were going to tease through the 0 from the Jags from a minus 2.5 to a plus 3.5, is it?
Maybe.
I want to say that I have officially,
Jags
out of anger, changed my official play to
Jags
Giants
will
money
win.
line. So just want to put that on the record.
Hefe, every week we've done this, we've been winning. You got to stick with the plan, stick with
Giants
the motion. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Giants by 90, as BBB would say.
On that note, next. Lions, Cowboys, guys. This is an interesting one. Last time we saw the Lions, they got mollywopped by the Patriots. I believe they scored 0 points. But before that, Lions were on a bye, by the way, last week. But before that, Lions were the best offense in football, scoring 22 points a game, unstoppable on the run. Jared Goff was tied for the league lead in passing touchdowns. Jamal Williams was tied for the league lead in rushing touchdowns. Then they went into New England, got crushed. I think it was 29-0. Last week, they had a bye week. And now they're in Dallas. Dallas coming off a tough loss against the Eagles. They played hard, especially in the second half. Line is at 7. Very interesting. BBB, I'm going to start with you. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, there's a lot of systems that are on the Lions in this one. Stuff like fading, covering teams, stuff from previous weeks, things like that. I like Dan Campbell coming off of a bye week here. I think he gets the guys right. They get DeAndre Swift back, which that's going to be huge for that team. I don't, and they're still going to have Jamal Williams in the mix. Jamal Williams has looked great since then. I do think he thrives a little bit more when he's not the main back. When he's got, when he gets to be a little complimentary, I think these two are going to split carries pretty well, especially, until Swift gets back into the swing of things. I think the Cowboys win this game, but +7 is a lot. We've seen this Lions team, exception from their last game against the Patriots, they're in every game. The Eagles have looked phenomenal this year. That was a field goal game. They beat Washington outright. They lost by 4 to the Vikings. Every game is a really close game. You know, they're not getting some of these wins. They're trying to get over that hump of getting these wins. But as far as covering, I think they get the job done. So I'm taking the Lions plus the 7 here. But I also think that I think the Cowboys should get the win.
Yeah, if I were to take a game line, I would probably lean towards the Lions plus a 7. It's just scary when they haven't really competed in the last couple. So I'm a little hesitant. Bouncing off what you said, it does look like Swift is going to play. He's listed as a questionable. I know a lot of people are probably seeing that he still has the questionable designation. He did go through full practice yesterday and today, so he is trending towards playing. But the angle I'm taking on this game, guys, is going to be the over 48.5. We will see Dak Prescott, I believe, back for the Cowboys in this one, and I believe the Cowboys are going to put up points. Everyone puts up a ton of points in the Lions. The question is, can they outscore you? They're an explosive offense, and they, I believe, up until the 4th week of the year, had the most points out of any team in the league. So we know they're capable of putting up the points. Give me the over 48.5, one of my favorite plays this weekend. Mr. Slam, you got another teaser for us? What you got on this one? Or the teaser king? You've been hitting them all.
Teaser king.
Teaser
No, man,
king.
I'm with you there. I was looking at the over here. I see it at over 49. Lions last in the league on defense, one of the worst, but great on offense. And I think with Dak Prescott back in the lineup for the Cowboys, I think the Cowboys would bounce back at home and put up some points. I don't know if they'll cover. I like Lions plus a 7, but I think a safer bet will be the over 49.
Love it. Love it. Let's get
Make it short
48.5 on FanDuel right now. 48.5. So better line for your Slammy. I got you.
I'll make this very short and sweet. I think the Cowboys win. I think the Lions probably cover, but to be safe, I'm going to take the Cowboys in a teaser. I'm going to bring the Cowboys down to -1. I'm going to leave the second leg open for a game that we will later go through. So Cowboys -1 on the first leg of a teaser is what I'm taking here. All right, guys, let's keep it moving. Falcons Bengals. Line is 6.5, and I know why this game is here, and it's rightfully here. The Falcons are the best against spread team in the NFL right now. They're undefeated against the spread right now through 6 weeks. They're 6-0. They're covering every game. They're playing hard. They just came off of a great victory last week. What did they beat? What am I blinking out?
49ers.
Beat outright last week. The 49ers. Yeah. Mariota played a great game. Interesting little culture change going on in Atlanta. I don't know if you guys realize that. They're all of a sudden playing very hard for their coach, who last year they didn't seem to play hard for at all. So a little bit of a culture change going on. Now they got Cincinnati coming into town. They're going to Cincinnati. We all know the issues with Joe Burrow and team. They played phenomenally last week against the Saints. Jamar Chase finally had that game, if you will. He looked like Jamar Chase. You guys think they build momentum off that? Well, what do you think? Slam, we'll start with you.
Man, I had the Falcons last week. Good win for them. Just a hot team against the spread right now, and it's hard to fade them, honestly. But I think this is the week. This is the week they have a letdown spot. I was looking at trends, and Falcons in week 7, they're 1-7 against the spread in the last 8 games in week 7. I think this is a good letdown spot for the Falcons here. The Bengals played great last week. Lucky cover for them, but they played great regardless. I like the Bengals to get it done here at home. I think the Falcons have a letdown spot. Bengals in the blowout.
BB?
Yeah, I'm going the complete opposite way. I think that the teams are pretty even here. The Falcons have the number 2 rush offense, and especially in some of the advanced metrics like DVOA, which is one of the highest regarded advanced metrics. So I think they're going to be able to run the ball, especially with DJ Reader out for the Bengals. I think it's going to be really tough for them to slow down this offense. I think that a lot of these numbers we're getting from the Bengals are based off, preseason evaluations, last year's Super Bowl run, and they haven't really lived up to those expectations. I don't think this is that same team. I think they got a little bit lucky last year. So you're giving me plus 6.5 on a team that I think that could possibly win this one outright. And since it's the year of the underdog, we've seen a lot of outright dogs cashing, including this team last week. I'm taking the Falcons money line as well. I'm going to sprinkle on them there. I need the Bengals to prove it to me. So
I'm money line banger. I love it.
6.5. Sprinkle the money line.
I have a question for you, BBB. If the Bengals didn't go on that amazing, in my opinion, lucky run to the Super Bowl, would they be getting any of the lines they're getting this year? They're kind of the Cinderella team still. They still made the run, but everyone still likes them. Joe Burrow, likable guy. Jamar Chase, likable guy. If they didn't have that amazing run, do you think the lines would be as big as they are?
I think it was a combination of the run they had and the media hype they got as well. They were a lovable team. They were a team that like got really hyped. Joe Bird making sweatshirts with him and his glasses on.
Okay,
Jamar
whoa,
Chase
whoa,
doing
whoa,
gritty.
whoa,
whoa.
So I think a lot of this
they're not
build-up-
all hype guys. That is a good
I think
Don't
it's
get it
all
wrong, They
hype.
still are a good team. I just think you're getting value on other teams simply because of last year's performance that they have not lived up to this year. The offensive line's still horrible, and they're not winning these
Exactly.
close
Yeah.
games.
That's
Exactly.
what it's all
They
coming
pulled
down to.
the rabbit
The
out of the hat.
line.
Last-
It's the line.
I
last
think
week
it's
was
an
the first
adjustment to the
example where
offense.
They
They
pull
just
a
have to
rabbit out
make
of
an
their hat and
adjustment.
win.
I totally disagree. I think the offensive line is pathetic. Joe Burrow is on his ass every 5 seconds, and that's the issue with the Bengals. They got lucky that they played a good games in the playoffs and their line played out of their talents. But those same linemen, he's getting killed back there again, just like most of the regular season last year. So I'm taking the Falcons plus the 7, buying it up to 7 minus 120. Falcons have been a great team. They're averaging more points per game than the Bengals right now, and they're playing better football than the Bengals right now. You're going to give me a full touchdown with these Falcons. I'm all over it. Falcons plus 7.
I'm shocked that the Bengals defense is not playing better. It was really the catalyst
agree.
in the playoffs. I mean, think about the teams that they went through to get to the Super Bowl. It was a defense that led them, and it was Joe Burrow's short passing and the yak from those wide receivers that really made the difference. Also, it would be nice if Joe Mixon showed up this year. But regardless, I'm with you guys on the Falcons here. I'm not going to fade a team that's 6-0 against spread. I see where Slam's going with it. The dream's got to end for the Falcons soon. It does. They're not going to go against the spread. They're going to go 17-0 against the spread. But I just think the Falcons match up good. Match up good with the Bengals here. Mariota brings a new sense, an RPO sense to this team that they didn't have before. I know they have nobody at wide receiver worth mentioning. I know. I know that they're starting running back. This guy is Cordell Patterson. He's injured. I can't even name who started running back last week. But I think that's the beauty of the team. You don't know who's going to beat you, so it's hard to game plan. So I'm going to take the Falcons plus 7.
Quickly, let me just say, quickly, that offense, by adding Drake London, Kyle Pitts starting to find the end zone, and Mariota's dual threat is a scary offense to fade. That offense is clicking. They've been good to watch.
Yeah, but you're not going to sit out here and tell me that they're going to pay Mariota. Mariota ain't the answer long term.
No, but right now he with a shaky line, when you have a not great line and you have a guy who can immediately roll out and extend plays and create, it changes the dynamic of the team. Imagine the Titans get a guy like Mariota, which is funny to say because he was there. I think they're a completely different team.
Possible.
Or just a quarterback in general.
Facts.
What do we got next?
boys? What's next?
Let's go.
Chiefs Niners. Interesting, really interesting
Stinky
line
line.
on this one, I thought. Chiefs coming off of a loss to the Bills. I'm not going to blame the Chiefs for that. That game was great. It was highly contested, came down to the end, and then the Bills came out victorious. Niners had a bad loss to the Falcons. We just talked about that. Does anybody have any information on Bosa? Is he going?
It's still a true toss-up.
Still a true
As we
toss-up.
record this on Thursday, it's still a true toss-up.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but that Falcons game proved it to me. He is a complete difference maker for that team. He didn't play. The defense looked lost. And that offense was pressured to have the ball a lot less than they should in terms of opportunities, making Jimmy G having to do un-Jimmy G things. Jimmy G's a game manager. He excels when that team gets the ball a lot, not when they have less than 10 possessions a game. This is the Chiefs. Their defense isn't so great, but their offense is lethal. This line is a little sketch. What do you think, Alpha?
Guys, I mean, the line is a little sketch, but I do not think that the 49ers win this game outright. I just don't see it. I'm paying the juice. Give me the minus 150. Give me the Chiefs on the money
Packers
line.
last week, though.
No. You may have said the same shit. I didn't say that on the Packers. You may have. I was on the Bills last week as well in the money line. That cash for us. I think the Chiefs are going to win this one. I do think they cover, but a lot safer on the money line, minus 150. Very confident taking it. BBB, what you got?
Yeah, I think Bills and Chiefs games are pretty much a toss-up. You take whoever's plus money, and you're probably getting the best value you can. They've shown it's a coin flip. That last game came down to that. And I'll tell you one thing. Jimmy Garoppolo is not Josh Allen. I don't see them getting this done. The 49ers opponents are 9-17 this year. They really banged up. They have a lot of injuries on both sides of the ball. And Patrick Mahomes is 13-2-1 against the spread while being a favorite on anything less than 3. On those key numbers, you keep it below anything below the key number of 3. I think you fire on it. Minus 2.5. I'm taking the Chiefs on this one. I know that the 49ers, when healthy, they match up well with this Chiefs team, but they're not fully healthy. Jimmy G is not Josh Allen. They're coming off that win there, or that loss from last week. I think they come out and prove it a little bit here. I know it's going to be on the road. It's going to be a tough environment, but I think they get it done. I'm taking the Chiefs -2.5.
Yeah, man, I'm with you guys there with the Chiefs. I'm going to eat the juice and take Chiefs on the money line. Some reason I have a feeling the 49ers defense and Bosa will play. Defensively, they play great at home. You saw them this season against the Rams. They played great against the Rams. They played great against the Seahawks. Their defense shows up at home, and I think this is going to be an under type of game. But at the end of the day, the Chiefs get it done. I got to take the better quarterback here, Mahomes, in a bounce back. Chiefs on the money line, -145.
Hefe, we need you to make it a family sweep. What are we doing?
I'm right there with you, Chiefs money line. This is an offense that I think the Niners will have to do unconventional things to their offense to keep up with. Niners are a run pass team, not the other way around. They'll have to play catch up to the Chiefs. Jimmy G will do the normal Jimmy G thing, interception in the middle of the field, and the Chiefs will never look back. I think the Chiefs win this one easily, possibly by more than 7, but to be safe, I'll take the money line because you never know. Let's keep moving, guys. I think we got Sunday Night Football.
Weird primetime
This
game.
one has some storylines. So, Tua's back. We can all keep our opinion about that to ourselves in terms of do we think that he should be allowed to play? I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the press conference from yesterday, what he said. The man literally said he doesn't remember getting hit, getting carted off. But 2 weeks later, he's about to play a full contact game, whatever. The Dolphins are just setting themselves up so badly here for something catastrophic to happen.
Hefe, can we go through the timeline of what just happened? You said we're going to keep our opinions to ourselves, and then you slowly progressed yourself to giving
I couldn't help myself. Because everybody's thinking it, and everybody's just watching him do his press conference yesterday and being like, so you're going to play, huh?
You play football, huh? Very good, very good, very good. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly say this. I'm on the under. I can't take enough Steelers unders. Steelers unders are my favorite bet to play, and we're gonna continue to cash on them under 44.5. Not gonna waste your time. Hefe, continue what you were doing on the non-opinions.
I don't know which way to go in this game because I don't know what type of tool we're gonna get. And Alf, I hate that you said it. I'm on the under too. Is this going to be a Mitch Trubisky game from the Steelers? Kenny Pickett is
yeah. It's
Probably. Unless they handle
probably
it
gonna be a
similar to
mixed
the
bag.
Dolphins. If they handle it similar to the Dolphins, Kenny Pickett will be right back out there.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett will be right back out. Eye patch on one eye.
Yeah. Don't look at the bright lights and you're fine.
Yeah. Passing the other way, standing the complete opposite direction. But in all seriousness, I'm on the under here, guys. Tua back after a few weeks. From a mental standpoint, like he has to get his bearings. I'm sure he's going to have, like, I hate to use those words, some PTSD. And on the other side, Mitch, Kenny, I'm not impressed with this Steelers offense at all. This defense still is the defense. This offense does not impress me. I like the under with you, Alpha.
Love it. B. The voice of reason around here. What do you got?
I actually kind of like the over in this one.
Well,
of course he would. BBB just waits till like last minute.
It's a gross prime
Takes the
time
other
game,
side.
and everyone's thinking, how could this not go under? But Tua being back, this offense moves so much better with Tua being back. And this Pittsburgh team, they move a lot better with Trubisky, in my opinion. I do agree with the fact that they should put Kenny Pickett in when healthy to help develop and everything. But I do think the offense works better with Mitch Trubisky overall. When he's playing good, he's playing good. He's not a horrible quarterback, and we saw that last week when he came in during the injury, let him down, got a couple touchdowns. And ended up winning that game outright against the Bucs D. That's widely viewed as a really good defense. So I think the Pittsburgh will put up a decent amount of points, and I could see Miami putting up a lot of points as well. Miami's let up plenty of games where they've had just people scoring about 1 billion points on them. The Steelers, they have a better defense, but again, Miami's had 40 put on them twice this year, I believe. I think one was 38, but still. So I think this is going to be a shocker. It's going to be finally a high-scoring Sunday night primetime game, and it goes over. But if I had to lean to a side, I'm also probably going with the Dolphins.
Mitch Trubisky, huh?
Okay. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Okay.
Okay, who did that?
Very well.
Yeah, man, I'm with you there, BBB, on the Dolphins. Well, I lean the Dolphins. This one's kind of a pretty bad primetime game for me. I don't know where to
If
go.
you think this one's bad, wait till the next one.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at Monday night, and I like the Dolphins here in the bounce, but they haven't covered in the past 3 games. With Tua back in the lineup, their offense should get going again. And Steelers potential letdown spot here after a big win against the Bucks. And Mitchell Trubisky, this is his time to kind of like steal his position back. So
That's
who
not
knows?
gonna happen.
Who knows who shows up, man? But I like the Dolphins to get it done here at home, -7.
All right, guys.
Shout out to everyone who drafted Najee Harris in the first round. Shout it out because I know y'all are hurt.
Let's go to the Monday Night Football game.
Oh,
Before we
this
talk
is
about
nice.
this, please,
Game of the millennium.
God, Lord, who make these games on Thursdays, not on Mondays? We like our Mondays, okay? Make Bezos have this damn game, not freaking ESPN. It's the Bears and the Patriots. I don't know what else to say. I don't know who made this game in the offseason and thought this was going to be a really good game in Week 7. The line is 8. The Patriots have won 2 in a row. Their actually offense is looking pretty good. Run heavy with a defense that's kind of being a ball hawk. I have nothing to say about the Bears. I don't know if you guys do, but God, I feel bad for Justin Fields.
I got something to say.
Well, let me just give you my pick because it's the second half of my teaser leg. Cowboys -1 was the first leg, and Pats -2 is the second one. I don't see how this Bears defense can stop the Patriots offense of just run it down your freaking throat until you can't take it anymore, and then we'll throw in like one pass from a 7th round pick. And on the other side, I'm sorry, but the Bears offense is just so damn predictable. It's just so freaking predictable that somebody like a Bill Belichick, a Matt Patricia, I mean, they're going to read this like a book. Patriots -2, second leg of my tease.
Yeah. If you're taking anything besides the under 39.5, take the alt line of under 30 for +400 because this game's not going to see any points. The Patriots are going to dominate time of possession. They're going to run the ball down their throat, and they will find the end zone 2 to 3 times. And that's going to be all the scoring. I don't think the Bears are going to get a single point in this game. Take the alt line under 31.5 for +450. I'm fully playing the under 39.5, but also taking the alt line at under 31.5.
Who did the Patriots beat last week?
The Browns.
Yeah,
All right, so
never
that brings
close,
me
right?
into my analysis here. If I had to take a play, I don't think I'm going alt line under anything here because I think this is going to be a closer game than we think, and closer games can sometimes get up there a little bit. I think we have the Bears plus the 8 or plus 9 in some places, actually, I'm looking at right now.
I would just wait.
It's a buy low spot. I do think if you wait, you'll probably get a better line because it's a sell high spot on the Patriots. We're seeing the Patriots get a lot of love, but I don't think it's really that warranted. They played a Browns team that's offensive coordinator should have probably been fired after the game because
100%.
You're going up against the Patriots who have one of the worst run defenses in the league, and you have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, and you throw the ball 45 times with Jacoby Brissett, and you have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt who combined for 12 carries. Like, what are we doing here? You should have been fired on the spot. You should have been running the ball down their throat the entire game. So it's just, I don't give the Patriots too much credit for that. I give the credit to the Browns for being so stupid. And then they beat a Detroit team who's banged up and can't beat anybody, apparently. It was a blowout, so I'll give them that. But other than that, I mean, that's their past 2 weeks. And then they had 2 losses before that. So I think we're just a little too high on this Patriots team. Yeah, and the Bears, I mean, they're at an all-time low. We just watched them have a horrible game in prime time. I think it's a buy low spot. I'm rocking with the Bears. I don't think they necessarily win this game, but I think they can cover almost a double-digit spread. And by the time this game gets closer to Monday night, it might be double digits. So, And if it gets to double digits, I might be teasing this one because we're looking at a line that, you could get the teaser almost to the amount of total points that could be scored in the game. So who knows? I'm rocking.
Yeah, BBB, you nailed it. I was just about to say the same thing as you. This line has moved way too much for me to be on the Patriots. I think if you like the Patriots, the value there is gone. I would wait closer to game time. You could see probably plus 10. I see plus 9 right now, but I think this line moves to plus 9.5 or plus 10 by game time. And you get value on the Bears here at plus 10. And at the end of the day, the Patriots still have a rookie quarterback. Zappi's been playing great, but the Bears have the number 3 passing defense in the league. But one of the worst rushing defenses in the league. So you could see a lot of running here from the Patriots and maybe some props with the running backs.
Under.
If only the Patriots were an elite rushing team, right? If only the Patriots were an elite rushing team. If only, God.
Wow. Under the Bears is my play.
Well, the Browns also have they are like the second worst rush defense in the league.
Yeah,
so
but you made a
Browns
great
can't
point.
do
That was a
anything
play
right.
calling. That was a play calling.
That was a play
Look,
calling,
I
you're
do
so
agree
right.
with you guys though. If this line does get into the 9 range, I would take the Bears. That's why I really like the Patriots in a tease leg here. Getting them to under a field goal, I think, is a sweet spot. I would be shocked if the Bears got a victory here. To be honest with you, just because Bill Belichick does so well against young quarterbacks, just
So well.
so well. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, that does it for Scoop and Score this week, week 7. We went through a bunch of games, gave you guys a bunch of plays. Shout out to the ATS spot. Check us out on SoBet, man. We're going to be dropping some player props on there
sir.
later on. So make sure you guys go check them out and check us out on there. And until next week, let's cash some tickets, fellas.
Peace.
Peace.
Go follow Big Brain Bets
Giants
on